Welcome back to another riveting and exciting episode of the Boozy Cinnamon Roll. Welcome back to another riveting episode of our channel here at the Boozy Cinnamon Roll. Hello, and welcome back to the Boozy Cinnamon Roll. I am Judson. This is my co-host Amy. We're here to do some day drinking and crafting, spread a little holiday cheer. We have our producer, Matthew, doing the camera duties, and our bartender duties. You want to let us know what our drink is today, Matthew?
So, yes, I will. This is a Washington apple, which is Crown Royal vanilla, sour apple schnapps, cranberry juice, and a splash of ginger ale.
So, cheers. It's gonna say apple something, but I don't know an apple cheer.
Yay, apples?
Yay, apple. Granny Smith.
Applesauce. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad. How many of these am I drinking?
How many do you feel inclined to drink? Within reason.
I'm not driving.
Know your limits. Don't drive. Yeah. Let's see if I can do this without breaking any. All right. So, I bet you're wondering what we're going to do today.
I know I am.
We're making a festive little Christmas sign that you can put on your mantle or your buffet or hang in your kitchen or and these came from the Dollar Tree, and they're cute. They've got some cute little sayings, but we're gonna personalize it and make it our own by customizing the sign into something that speaks to us a little bit more personally. And so in preparation for this craft, I asked Amy to prepare a song that she's going to sing for us today.
He did not say
I
that.
did not, no. I asked Amy to come up with a Christmas song, or a song that just really speaks to her Christmas spirit, and likewise I'm going to do the same. You want to tell me what the song is, or do you want me to guess? You want to?
I'll just tell you.
Okay.
It's Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
I can see that.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
the star. It's up above in the sky. Led the wise men.
Yeah, I could see that. Quite possibly the Star of Bethlehem.
Yes.
Absolutely. My song is maybe not as traditional, but it is the Olivia Newton-John classic, You Have to Believe We Are Magic. It talks about her faith, her belief in the magic of the season. I definitely feel like she was singing about Santa Claus. Also, when she sang it in the movie Xanadu, wasn't it Bing Crosby that was in it? Isn't he famous?
I've never seen that.
Oh my God. This is going to be a recurring theme. I reference common pop culture, touchstones, and Amy has no clue.
It's not that much different from your relationship, though, is it?
No, I know.
I've heard the song.
I feel like Bing Crosby was in Xanadu with...
Was he? He couldn't have been.
I feel like we're gonna have to pull a Joe Rogan and look it up.
Okay. I don't
pause it so I can get my. All right. Cast. Gene Kelly. Okay, so not Bing Crosby. Gene Kelly, but Gene Kelly was in those old. I'm gonna have to IMDb Gene Kelly and tell you what Christmas movies he was in. No, he wasn't. That was the other dude.
Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart. He was in that movie with An American in Paris, Singing in the Rain.
This is thrilling content.
Are any of them Christmas movies? I don't know. Jack and the Beanstalk. Let's Make Love. I don't know. I feel like surely some of these are Christmas movies. I feel like... Didn't he sing a Christmas song? Or tap dance? Or...
Well, Bing Crosby sang, like, Frosty, didn't he?
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like I could spend the whole video looking.
Close it.
Brigadoon.
Close it. We're moving on.
Singing in the Rain.
Yes.
An American in Paris.
Those were musical situations.
I watched Brigadoon when Paul and Katie were babies. I feel like... Did you watch Brigadoon? Or you just were, like, the one about the mom?
I only watched it, like, twice. And
It just seemed like it was always on.
The second time it was because I had babies. They were constantly interrupting. And then you just assumed that I watched that movie over and over.
Every time I went to the house, the movie was on. An imitation of life.
Yes, I could only watch it in like 10-minute increments without being interrupted. We had babies.
All right, not you and I. I mean,
I took care of yours.
Yes. All right. So, yeah. So we're gonna make signs that reference our Christmas song, and we're gonna start with so you can put a wet towel over this for like 30 minutes and then use a scraper to scrape off but ain't nobody got time for that. So what I'm going to do is paint the back. I'm going to show you a very, very popular DIY crafting technique that makes it look just like wood.
I can't wait.
Yes. With paint. And then we have the embellishments. That's another bougie word. We have embellishments.
I haven't heard embellishments for a while.
Yes.
That's an old scrapbooking.
It is. So, once upon a time, Amy and I were scrapbooking friends. All
right.
Yes, so
we're
going to get to it. All right, so, in a perfect world, this would be chalk paint. The DIY crafting channels are big fans of chalk paint.
I get that.
If you don't buy your own chalk paint, though, you can make it. And there are many ways to make it. You can add talcum powder, which apparently is now a hard way to do it since they don't make talcum powder because it, bad for you. You could put plaster of Paris, which I actually have some plaster of Paris in the trunk of my car, as one does. But the thing about plaster of Paris is it sets hard right away. So, baking powder, baking soda, Epsom salt, flour.
You're just making things up.
Quite possibly.
Okay.
But no, the plaster.
A little bit of ginger.
Just reading labels.
Anyway, so to make it thicker, but this is house paint. So, I mean, I did add some baking soda, baking powder. I added something one time and it, it gave a smooth, thick coverage, which apparently is why you use chalk paint.
I see.
So what they tell you to do is use a chippy brush, which I don't know what a chippy brush is, but it looks like this.
Is there a movie about it that I've
I
never
don't know.
seen?
We may have to look that up. So anyway, you put some paint on your paintbrush and then you offload it.
Okay.
Because you don't want too much paint. You want it to be a dry paintbrush. And then you're going to dry brush it on, like back and forth, so that it emulates like the wood grain.
Okay. Let's see this magic out.
Well, I mean, I don't know that it's actually going to work, but see?
Okay.
Oh, do I need to hold it up so that you can see it, Matthew?
There you go. That's much better.
And then, get a little bit more.
Well, the angle is much better.
Oh.
That's not helpful.
Let me just rub some paint on Amy's shirt. Speaking of glitter, off camera we were laughing about the fact that,
I'm gonna have glitter
Yeah.
at work tomorrow all over me.
and I was reminded of the New Year's Eve that we had with the Allens. It was probably like New Year's Eve 2000.
Probably.
And Kathleen, had a little bit of body glitter, as one does on New Year's Eve. And because Kathleen had body glitter, Paul wanted a little bit of body glitter.
Of course.
So she put some body glitter on Paul, and then Paul thought Papa needed to have some body glitter too.
Mm-hmm.
So Papa had some body glitter on his face, and when we arrived at the destination, Wayne Allen was like, "Why are you covered in body glitter? What is going on here? I feel like there's a story behind it." Like, no story, nosy. What I do on my free time is my business.
I don't gotta explain nothing to you.
Yeah. I don't know even nothing. I feel like that was the night we played Redheads versus Blondes. And
What was the game? Trivial Pursuit?
maybe Trivial Pursuit. And I don't remember if we won or not. I'm going to say we won because,
Who's here to tell you otherwise?
right? I mean, but now I don't remember.
It was probably Chris and Kathleen. Our better halves.
Do you think Jenny or Wayne played for the Redheads?
I don't remember. I think she played for the Redheads. Jennifer played for the Redheads.
Okay. All right. So you just, oh, here's a good one. You just keep doing it until your heart is happy, until it makes your eyes,
That is so touching.
yeah, until you feel like,
I just feel suddenly filled with the Holy Spirit. I was gonna say holiday. I don't know why I said holy.
I wouldn't go that far, okay?
Holiday spirit.
The holiday spirit.
Holy. Ain't nothing happening in a whole year.
All right, so, here you go, if you want more. Or you can go with the light, And then, there are a couple of things you could do. If you want to be real fancy, you can take, what do they call it? It's like a razor blade.
An X-Acto?
Yeah, an X-Acto knife or a box cutter. And you can cut in lines where the, where it looks like there might be different pieces of wood. Or once it's dry, you could go in with a a pencil and draw the line and then go in and like smudge it with your finger to make it look like shiplap.
Did you learn that watching flipping shows?
No, I watched the YouTube videos of crafting, and they talk about it there too.
Okay.
It's very popular, but yes, it just like on the
that and barn doors.
HGTV. I tried to convince Erica that she needed a barn door in her is it to her closet or to her bathroom?
The closet.
Yeah, she doesn't have a door, and I was
because
like,
it's inside the bathroom.
like you need a barn door here. This is definitely a barn door type situation.
Oh my gosh.
You know what she said? I know you know what she said. She said, this is another reason we aren't married anymore. We've never been married to each other.
You used all the paint, I'm pretty sure.
Do you need more paint?
Nah. I'm fine. I'm just giving you a hard time.
And then, like, I'm going to leave it up to your expert crafting skills to determine how you want to, like, you can write the words, you can paint the words.
What are the words? My song?
Yeah. See, I have a metal
Believe.
that I have been waiting to use. You don't even know. Like, I feel like I bought these in 2018.
Okay.
But yeah, I have a believe that I am gonna.
And a piece? Is that?
And a peace and a joy.
Oh.
Neither of which are words that are in your song. But we do have a dreaming somewhere. Or a dream, if you want to say.
You know, up above the world so high. Like a diamond.
Like a diamond.
Much like a gift that the wise men brought.
I see, I don't even feel like this is an argument. I mean, go ahead and vote. I'm going to let y'all vote which one of us you feel is more of a Christmas song. But I definitely feel like, I mean, I do think that hers is really good at Holy. But I think that there's a strong argument that could be made, given the Gene Kelly Christmas connection and Olivia Newton-John. You know, may she rest in peace.
Believe.
Like, I feel like I get the sympathy vote because she passed this year. You have to believe.
But every
We
baby
are magic.
knows Twinkle Twinkle.
Well, it's the same tune as the alphabet. So, you know that thing, like, this is what I was telling Kathleen this morning. You know that thing where you accidentally injure yourself in a way that's ungraceful and slightly embarrassing, and then you don't want to tell anyone, so you don't. Only then you really are hurt, and so then you do have to tell somebody because you're actually injured.
Oh, I know this story. When my hip went out at your in-laws' party, I was just standing there. And I'm like, Judson, you gotta get me to the car right now.
I do remember that. Was it their anniversary?
Yes. I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. You were like, on it.
Like, I got you, girl. I got you. When we did in Sunday school the Moses and the bulrushes,
Yeah.
like Kathleen was like telling the kids, and she's like, yeah, so they put the baby, and then like he was in a basket, and the princess found the baby, and she was like, oh look, a baby in a basket. And then Moses' sister was like, hey girl, hey, I know how to change a diaper. And the princess was like, oh good, he a little stinky.
Oh my goodness.
So when the kids would tell the story to their parents, they'd be like, that's when Naomi said, hey girl, hey. So, But yeah, so I was telling Kathleen this morning, and I didn't even get to the, part where like, but then you actually hurt yourself, and then you have to tell people, and she's already like, what did you do? Just be honest with me. Tell me what you did. Where are you hurt? Are you bleeding? That's like, oh, it's a pretty star. I'm like, no, I just, last night when I was trying to organize the craft room, I may or may not have slipped and threw my arm out to steady myself, and in the process hurt my elbow, shoulder, arm thingy. There's a thing you can do, I didn't do it, but there's a thing you can do with these metal works where you like pounce on black and white and silver, and then it looks like galvanized metal, which is very popular on the craft channels.
So that's
I'm
very
just saying.
fancy.
Yes. I know that you were impressed with my...
I was wondering.
So I'm just sitting here asking myself, what would Olivia Newton-John do? And trying to, channel that into my final product.
That's important.
Yeah. Who wrote Twinkle Twinkle Little Star?
Me.
You?
Back in 1502. It's a very busy year.
Is that when you invented gravity?
Could be.
Before that, we were just like floating around like all woo.
Nobody had any.
Nobody had any. Where could you buy it? You can't. Hasn't been invented.
Oh, the other day I watched that Ever After movie with Drew Barrymore.
That is such a good movie.
I knew you would be happy.
That is the movie.
I watched it because I've been listening to this podcast where they were talking about it, and I was like, I'm gonna watch that movie.
We went and saw that movie on our wedding anniversary, the year that Paul was born.
Oh, yeah.
That was the movie. We took Paul to see that movie, and we said, we think it's a quiet movie, not like loud explosions and stuff, but we're not going to be those parents. So if we're in the movie theater and he gets upset and starts to cry, we're out of there. We're not going to, be those parents. No, he slept through the whole movie.
And then had the nerve to suggest to me that I could just take Catherine to a movie, as if that child would ever not scream through a movie.
So, we didn't. So we took him the next week to see Blade at the Dollar movie when it was up there on Expressway. So we take him to see Blade, and I'm like, I hear this is kind of a loud movie. It's a $1 movie, so worst case scenario, I'm out $2. No, he slept through that, and after that I was like, I can see any movie I want. So that's when I was like, I don't understand that you can't take Catherine to... Y'all.
I could never sleep less than that child. She always needed sleep. She's still the same. Always needs less sleep than I do.
I was convinced, Matthew, that Kathleen and I were like the bomb parents. We were such good parents. We just took Paul wherever we wanted to go, do whatever we wanted to do, and he was just like totally chill. He'd sleep through it, or he'd be just like fascinated with his fingers. Just be like, oh, look at these fingers.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And then 20-minute Matthew. I put up with anything for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna scream at you.
Yeah. Like, so shocked. Your child doesn't sleep.
I don't understand. You can't take Katie to the movies? what do you mean she's 9 months old and you can't take her to the ballet?
Oh my God. I was so put out. I was like, you did not just say that to me.
I really, in my defense,
I know.
I didn't have I just had Paul.
Yeah. He was easy.
He was. And I just want to say that, I mean, knowing that Katie was your first child, the fact that you had a second, I mean, I totally get why we had a second. We thought we were like, we got it. But yeah, I mean, were you like, maybe you'll get a good one? Or you were just so tired that you were like, I honestly, like,
well,
what?
She was just really hard in the beginning because she was colicky. So she was always screaming. But like around 10 months old, it was like somebody flipped a switch and she was the best baby. And Chris and I would just look at each other as she's just going around and being happy, and we're just like looking at each other like, where'd this baby come from? She's fantastic.
It was Paul's influence.
That's why
She was like, well, you know, I've been trying it the other way, but, you know, Paul seems to have this mellow vibe, so let's see how that works for me.
That's totally what it was. Because of your good parenting influence.
You heard it here first. Good parenting.
Heard it here last.
Great. The minute he turns the camera on, I knock over the...
Never happened.
Never. You saw nothing.
Nope.
Nope.
Didn't even show up on the camera.
Oh, good.
He's gonna go back and edit these.
I'm going to edit it out. You don't even know.
This is gonna be hilarious. Even if he doesn't post it.
So, I just going to update you. I painted my Believe, and then I glued it using hot glue to the sign, which you know, should know, hot glue and metal,
Mix the
yeah,
metal
my
up.
fingers were, yeah. And then I decoupaged down here a little picture of a singer. And to make it look more authentic, or more rustic, to give it texture, that's something else that they say in these videos a lot. To give it texture, instead of cutting out the outside or cutting a square, I ripped it. I tore it gently to make it look more
I see.
something. And it says Believe, and now I'm going to put the words. And think of other embellishments. I'm undecided whether or not I should put a bow. I mean...
A bow would be perfect.
Because I have all the ribbon,
Okay.
but like a big
Yes.
bow somewhere.
That's what I'm missing.
Here, Amy,
That would make this
allow
so much easier.
me to hand you a giant bag of ribbon.
Why, thank
So every
you,
year
Judson.
I feel like I purchase, you know, one or two, oh, and here's the one or two rolls of ribbon.
Gross understatement.
Excuse me? You know, and then I never use it. And then I can't find it. And so then I...
5 more.
Yep, 1 or 2 rolls. 25 years running.
There were many years I didn't buy ribbon.
And they were sad years indeed.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like somebody, oh, who was it? Somebody bought a $12 roll of pink ribbon when we lived in Colorado,
Yeah.
when they were planning on a pink and green Christmas.
Uh-huh.
And it was a $12 roll of ribbon.
Yeah.
And he used his own money.
Uh-huh.
And then when the woman at the counter was like, "That is a really pink ribbon," he got his brother, who is much taller, to stand up to the woman because he was feeling a little threatened. But it was a lovely color of pink.
It was a nice fuchsia.
Colors are not gender coded.
Heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here last. Now the perfect penmanship comes out.
I do have nice penmanship, it's true.
So humble.
I am humble.
And cute to boot.
Calling yourself humble kind of counterintuitive. But I appreciate the effort.
I was making the comment that I'm proud of my sons. And I was expressing to one of them that I'm just really proud of him. And he replied that, of course I am proud of him because he's freaking awesome. So I amended my statement and said, you know, and humble. I'm so thankful I have a humble son.
Yes.
And so then my son said, that is why God gave you Paul. To which I had no legitimate response because he's not wrong. And then I shared that with Paul, and it made Paul laugh. Like he just was walking around giggling about it.
Yeah.
He's like, humble Paul. That's true. That's true. Humble Paul. All right, so that wraps up our craft. We've got the Olivia Newton-John Christmas Classic, You Have to Believe We Are Magic, and the Johann Sebastian Mozart, Twinkle Twinkle, Little Star, the perennial favorite. Leave a comment, let us know which of these you think really is a Christmas song. Also, if you liked the content, if you liked what you saw today, honestly, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more of it, and really, who wouldn't, subscribe and hit the notifications button so you will be the first to find out when we post more of this riveting, challenging, exciting content.
And would people want a return of the best co-host ever?
Yes. Yeah, let me know if you're like, bring Amy back, or if you're like,
because
who is she? Where did she come from?
He may not be getting paid, but I'm making bank.
Yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Something about the algorithm. I don't know. But it's been fun. Bye!